Hello, Renaissance artists and creative kids. I am Jessica Henry Gray, and I'm excited to invite you back today. We have a really fun, very short little lesson planned today, and I think you're going to enjoy it. This may be the perfect lesson for kids who may be a little bit younger, but I have found too that my older kids like it just as well. So, short lesson today, I think you're going to have fun. What you're going to need today are some just old crayons, a crayon sharpener, a clothes iron, some wax paper, and then some way that you may want to hang your project when we're done, whether it's a string or just tape. You also may want to include some pressed flowers or a pressed leaf in the middle, whatever you want, but it has to be flat. You can do anything that is sort of transparent, which means you can see through it. So behind me in the window, I have today's project. It is stained glass. So we're going to make a crayon stained glass window today. All right, so gather your stuff. I think we're going to have a good time. Let's do this. Okay, so the first step to this project is very simple. You are going to simply pick out colors that you like. Now, if you're using flowers or pressed leaves or anything else like this for your picture, you may want to think about colors that look nice with this, or just pick any random colors. If it's something you like, then it's going to be pretty. So I'm just going to take the next few minutes and pick out colors that I like and sharpen them and put the sharpenings right here on my paper towel. You want to make sure not to get paper in what you're shaving because it'll show up in the finished product. You don't want to do that. And you also want to try to keep your peelings as large as possible. Try not to get your crayon shavings all broken up because when they start to melt, you'll want the colors to really show up. It's quite vibrant. If they're all broken into a million teeny little pieces, then when you melt them, they'll just blend together. It's okay if they mix together here on your paper towel, but you don't want to crunch up the peelings really small, if you can help it. So when you get your crayon shavings all done and you have your selection here ready, set it aside and you're gonna get 2 sheets of wax paper. Okay, now wax paper itself has a smooth side that feels like just paper and then the other side that feels like wax, okay? So what you wanna do is make sure that the side that is facing up is the waxy side. So feel them very carefully. Sometimes you have to scratch it. Okay, so this is the waxy side. And when you have a top sheet, the waxy side has to go down because we're gonna layer the 2 together. So I'm gonna tip that over there. Now, this is where we're gonna make our design. So I'm gonna put my leaf right in the middle because that's gonna be my center. And now I'm going to take the crayon shavings and sprinkle them around here where I think that they'd look best. So I'm going to take the yellows and maybe go right around the leaf. It's okay if I go on the leaf. That. And then I think I'll take my greens, kind of work my way out, around some of the blues. And we'll end up with some of these purples and magentas down here some more. That's pretty. And then you can take the last little crumbs and just sprinkle them on where you see fit. Okay, now we're going to take our other sheet of wax paper and lay it on top. Now, with the help of your parents, you're going to have to iron this. And you can iron it with just a little clothes iron. You'll need your parents because this gets really hot. You are worried, or your parents are worried about getting wax on the surface of the iron right here. You can always lay a paper towel down. I'm going to lift this up so you can see what's happening. And it melts the crayon wax. Can you see that in there? You don't want your iron set extremely hot. This is just warm enough so that it'll melt the wax. Remember, you can use anything you want inside of your picture here. You can use pressed flowers. That makes it pretty. The key is to have things flat as possible, because you don't want a lot of rippling going on. All right, and you don't want to overwork the ironing too. So just let that sit like that. Now the really cool part is when you take this and you hold it up to the window. Before we go take it to the window, I'm going to take a pair of scissors and cut around the edge. Now you can either punch a hole in your stained glass window and tie it up with string in a window, or you can just tape it right to a glass window. You see that in there? All right, everybody, well, that wraps it up. I hope you enjoyed this lesson and that you have a lot of fun doing this. You can always do a few more of these this week and make smaller ones or bigger ones or whatever. There's always a lot of crayon segments laying around, so have some fun and see what you can create. Beautiful broken color still lifes. All right, we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.